Hey, let's face it, if you want to double your sales, double your activity. If you want to close 3 sales and know on the average that for every 30 dials of the phone, you'll speak to 15 decision makers, book 3 appointments, and close 1 sale, then all you have to do is make sure to make 90 calls. Or better yet, get 87 people to say no to you. Because I'll tell you this, it doesn't matter how many people say no, it only matters how many people say yes. So why care about the no's? You don't get penalized for the no's, but you do get rewarded for the yeses. Now that you understand the importance of prospecting, let's move on to our next topic, handling rejection. And I'll get this right out up front. Rejection stinks. I don't like it, no one likes it, and neither should you. Any sales trainer who ever tells you don't take it personally, just let it roll off your back, is one of 2 things. Either an idiot or someone who has never sold anything. Everything in life is personal. And the reason we take rejection personally is we care. But here's the big problem with rejection. I don't like it and neither do you. But in order to be successful, we need lots of it. So how do we handle it? Well, to me, there's only one way to handle rejection. That's to know how much rejection you need. You know, no's are rejection. But if you understand how many no's you need in order to make 1 sale, then no's are easier to take. There's a call counting system on pages 7 and 8 you can use to understand how much rejection you need, on average, to make 1 sale. Now, the chart on page 7 will explain what each column represents. The chart on page 8 is a sample of the actual chart you should be using on a daily and weekly basis to track your activity. In fact, you should make copies of that chart. This system will show you what your averages are as well as what your success ratios are. To track your numbers, use the chart on page 8 on a daily basis, and then total those numbers up on a weekly basis. Keeping track of these numbers will do several things for you. 1, it will allow you to save time. 2, it will allow you to make more money. That's a good thing. 3, it's going to enable you to avoid slumps. And 4, it will help you to anticipate problems before they become critical. Now, people always ask, how long should I keep the numbers for? And I say you should keep the numbers forever. But you won't see a true average until after 3 months of tracking these numbers. And after that 3 months, you will know, for instance, how many dials you need to get to 1 contact, how many contacts you need to get 1 appointment, how many appointments you need to get 1 sale, and how many sales you need to make X amount of dollars in commission. Now, at the beginning of the year, you can formulate a plan by asking, what do I have to do on a daily basis throughout the year to the end of the year with the amount of business that I want to come home with? Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Far too many people start the year on the wrong side of the equation, especially salespeople. They say, this year, if I make a lot of calls, I'll make a lot of sales. Then they come to work on January 2nd to start the year, and the first 3 people they call say, drop dead. Guess what? Their year is over. That's their lot. The successful salesperson starts from the correct side of the equation. She might say to herself, how much money do I need to earn this year to support the lifestyle my family and I choose to live? Once she has that amount sorted out, it's easy to devise a plan expressed in continuous action that will help her to achieve that goal. Let's say, for argument's sake, she decides she needs to earn $100,000 this year to support her and her family's lifestyle. She thinks to herself, that's a lot of money. I've never earned that much before, but because she is a professional, she has kept good records and she has tracked her activity. She figured out that on the average, and every salesperson, as I've said before, has an average, she earns $1,000 commission for every sale. Now she thinks to herself, I don't have to earn $100,000. I just have to close 100 sales, or better yet, 2 sales a week. But hold it a second, she says, it's not always within my power to close a sale. Sometimes the prospect says no. Sometimes they say something even worse, like, I have to think about it. But not always. Sometimes they do buy. And since she is a professional who keeps records, she knows that she closes 1 of every 3 face-to-face appointments. So now let's look. She doesn't have to earn any money. She doesn't even have to close any sales. All she has to do is make 6 face-to-face presentations a week. Hey, this job's starting to get a lot easier, huh? But wait, it's not always within the salesperson's power to make sure the prospect or client shows up. Some of them don't show.